up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I decided that I wanted to do another story time for you guys because I love letting you guys know a little bit more about myself and then a little bit more about my life and my past. And also I feel like for some of my younger subscribers, you guys could actually learn from some of my experiences and some of my life lessons. By the title of this video, I'm sure you're wondering who my psycho ex-boyfriend was and how everything happened, and I will tell you right after this commercial break. Just kidding, guys, but without further ado, let's just jump right into the story time. Okay, so around the time that this happened, I had just recently broke up with my boyfriend Chase, and I was really sad. I already explained this whole story time for you guys in one of my other videos, but bottom line, I was really sad for a while. So my friends had told me that the only way to get over it was to just date somebody else. First of all, not the best advice, but I was young and dumb, and I was willing to try anything to get over that heartbreak, so I did it and I moved on and tried to date other people. I really didn't want to. My heart just really wanted to be single. I just wanted to get over the breakup in my own time and in my own way, but I was really pressured, so I was just like, you know what, I'll just give it a shot. So I ended up dating this guy that had liked me, and we did I don't even want to say dated, but we had a thing. We dated for like 3 weeks, like legit 3 weeks, and it was the most weirdest, awkwardest thing I have ever done. Like I said, I was not ready for a new relationship, so now that I had so quickly jumped into a new one, I just really wanted to take things slow. And by slow, I mean painfully making those 3 weeks drag on. We never kissed. We held pinkies, not hands. Pinkies. If that doesn't say anything, then I don't know what does, but I was like a nun. But then I just lost interest because all of a sudden he went to Mexico and he didn't even message me for like 2 whole weeks. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gone. I didn't even know where he was. Like, he didn't even tell me like, hey, I'm going to Mexico. He just like left, and then 2 weeks later I found out he was in Mexico, and I was like, okay, well, it's too late already, you know, like I didn't even know you were, so I just dumped him. High school, am I right? So after that train wreck ended, I wanted nothing more than to just be single and to just focus on myself and to just be alone. Around this time, one of my good friends, we'll call her Nikki, was talking to this guy that she had a thing for. I had him for my PE class, so she asked me to ask him for his number so she could text him. Why she didn't just ask him herself, I don't know. Like I said before, high school, am I right? So I gave him her number, and they're texting, they're talking, they're flirting, they're doing their thing. Somewhere along the way, he gets my number and he starts asking me for pointers and tips and asking me if he should ask out Nikki and all those things. First of all, don't know how he got my number. I don't think Nikki gave him my number. I think I remember asking her, and I don't think she gave him my number. But he got my number and he was asking me, and I was just like, well, I don't know. Nikki was the kind of girl to just go with the flow. After a few months of them talking, she didn't even want to date him anymore. She didn't want to have anything to do with him romantically anymore. So now that kind of put me in a really weird position because I only started talking to this guy in hopes to get them two together. So I was kind of stuck in the middle, and I was like, sorry, but I kind of have no reason to talk to you anymore. What do I do? So I'm sure you could guess what happens next. I'm sure. This little boy, we'll call him Alan. Of course, now since Nikki is no longer interested in him, he starts trying to bark up my tree, looking for some love. And at this point, I'm just like, I am not the one. Like, I am not the one. Do not come at me with that shit. I am not the one. Like, move along. But there was something different about him because Alan was persistent as fuck. I think it might have been because he was a little crazy, because he would not take no for an answer. For weeks, he kept complimenting me, showing up at places I was at, calling me weird pet names and little nicknames and shit, talking to me about how it would be like if we were dating, and I'm just like, I don't fucking care. Like, it was getting really annoying. After about a month, he began to beg, and I mean literally beg, saying that if I wasn't in his life that he didn't want to be alive. And I was like, okay, first of all, the fuck, like, how are you gonna be coming at me with this Romeo and Juliet shit? So it's been months now, and he's still trying to bark up my tree, and I'm just like very annoyed, and I'm just over it at this point. So I asked Nikki, hey, you know what, this guy is just so persistent, and he just does not leave me alone. I just kind of want to get him off my sack. So I was like, is it cool with you if we go out? Is it cool with you if, you know, I just say yes to him just to, you know, get him off my ass? And she's like, yeah, that's cool, it's fine. So I was like, excuse me, bless you. Thank you. So I was like, all right, whatever. If this guy's going through all this trouble just to get me to date him, maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it'll be worth it. Maybe it won't be a complete waste of time. So I was like, fine, I'll go out with you. And right away, guys, it was the weirdest fucking thing. He was so obsessed with me. Why you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. Like, before we started dating, he was really, really into me, you know? But once we started dating, he was like fucking infatuated. I couldn't get rid of him. Like, no matter how hard I tried, I could not get rid of him. Everywhere I was at, he was at. Everywhere I wanted to go, he wanted to go. It was like we were attached to the fucking hip or something, and I did not want to. I just wanted out from the second I got in. I remember the first week that we started dating, he told me, I can't wait for you to meet my whole family. I was like, what? Like, not even your parents. Not even your little brothers, your little sisters. Your whole family. And we've only been dating less than a week. Either we're soulmates or you're fucking crazy. And let me tell you, he ain't my soulmate because a bitch ain't with him no more. So let me tell you. Right away, I was just so over it. I was already done. I already wanted to leave, but I was in that situation, so I was trying to make the best of it for just a little while longer, and then I knew that I was gonna call it quits. I knew that I was gonna peace out, and I was gonna say, hey, I'm sorry, it's not you, it's me. You know, I knew I was gonna have that conversation, so I just wanted to like give him a little time to like ease into it, you know what I'm saying? I remember when he would lean in to kiss me, I would literally be like, ha 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 ha, and turn my cheek, like, I have never done that in my life, but like I just remember not wanting to kiss him so fucking bad. I remember when he would try to like grab my hand, like when he would walk me to class or something, he'd try to hold my hand, I'd be like, and like fix my hair or something. Like, I just did not want to fucking be seen with him. I was just no one wants ice cream. All the time, 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 all the time. When he'd walk into class sometimes, I wouldn't even hug him. I'd just be like, hey, I got a test that I gotta study for real quick, so I'm just gonna go. I really gotta study for this test, it's really important. I had tests like every fucking period when I was with him. Like, I just did not want to hug him, did not want to say goodbye, did not want to kiss him goodbye, did not want to do nothing. I was just like, hey, you know, grades are important to me, so I'm gonna go study. And to top it off, he was one of those guys that told you what to wear. I'd come to school in shorts and he'd be like, you can't wear that. Other guys are gonna check you out. I'm like, I know you did not just tell me what I can and cannot wear. I'm gonna wear whatever the fuck I want to wear. Boys will be boys regardless of what you wear. I'm not just gonna change up my whole wardrobe so fucking boys aren't drooling down the halls looking at me with my fucking spaghetti strap shirt. Like, really? I shut that shit down real quick. And just a side note, ladies, it is not okay for your boyfriend to be very controlling over you. If you want to go out with your friends, you don't have to ask for permission. You just say, hey babe, I'm gonna go out with my friends tonight. See you later, love you, bye. And that's it. You don't have to ask for permission. He ain't your fucking father. He ain't your fucking mother. When you're in a relationship, of course, it's common courtesy to let them know where you're at and what you're doing throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Because they worry about you and they want to know where you're at. They want to check up on you, of course. That's what any normal boyfriend or girlfriend would do because they love you and they want to know where you are and if you're safe. But they don't get to choose who you go out with and when you go out. And this isn't just for females either. Guys, if your girl is restricting you from doing things that you love or simply just letting you hang out with your friends, she ain't the one. Let me just tell you right now, she is not the one. You're in a relationship to learn and grow together, not to babysit together and keep each other from reaching your goals. Anyways. So by this point, I was over his crazy ass, okay? I was over it. I had been talking to some friends about how he had been acting and they were just like, girl, it's fucking crazy. Like, leave him. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you know what? what the fuck am I doing? Like, what the fuck am I doing? And I was like, you know what, it's time, I'm gonna break up with him. In all honesty, I was truly a little bit scared that he would overreact or do something crazy after I broke up with him, so I decided to do it through text rather than in person. And as soon as I did it, guys, my fucking phone blew up. It just fucking, like, it blew up. I was getting texts like, no, I can change, please don't do this, I love you, please don't leave me, which seemed pretty normal and pretty harmless, right? But once I respectfully said like, hey, I'm sorry, it's just not gonna work out between us, I wish you nothing but the best, I'm really sorry, blah blah blah, things took a really sharp turn, and the text started turning from harmless to very scary. He was texting me like, you can't break up with me, I won't let you, and I'll kill myself if you leave me. And I was just like, okay, this is fucking terrifying. I remember after the class that I was in, he usually came to meet me to walk me to my next class, and I was just like trying to avoid him on all other fucking levels. I was like, I do not want to see him, I do not want him to try and convince me or manipulate me to, you know, stay with him. So I was like, no, fuck that, I'm gone. So I had my friends to like look down the hallways and like make sure that he wasn't coming, and I fucking booked this in my next class with my friends. I was like, not having this shit, not trying to die today, no. He was texting me that a whole day saying, come over to my house, let's talk about this. And I showed my friend and she was like, bitch, don't you dare go to his house. If you go to his house, like, he might chain you up and throw you in his basement and we'll never hear from you again. And I was like, girl, I am one step ahead of you. I am not going over to my guy's house, like, fuck that. Like, I have never stepped foot in his house, never looked at his house, don't even know where he lives. I am not about to fucking start today, the day I break up with him. Like, no, the fuck. This shit was real fucking crazy, because after I left him, he had still been texting me for like 2 weeks, and he was saying that like every day he was progressively getting worse and stuff because I had left him. And he was saying that now he's doing cocaine because he needs to cope with the pain and blah blah. And I was like, cocaine? Bitch, I don't fuck with that. So I was like, okay, well, sorry, like, I don't know what to tell you. But it wasn't just that though. He literally said, if you do not come back to me, I'm going to kill myself. And I was like, what, 15, 16? I did not want to be fucking responsible for someone killing themselves. If someone says that, I mean, it could be for attention, it could be because they really mean it, they're really struggling. This shit was probably just for attention. I don't know if he was really fucking doing cocaine or whatever, that's kind of psycho. But, you know, I am the type of person to not leave someone that's hurting like that, you know what I'm saying? So I was like trying to tell him like, hey, it's okay, chill the fuck out, like, you're gonna meet someone else, like, calm down, it's fine. Like, it's not that serious. But after a while, he just kept saying, you know, the same shit. Like, if you don't come back to me, I'm gonna kill myself. If you don't come back to me, I'm gonna keep doing more drugs. If you don't come back to me, I'm gonna do worse drugs. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I tried. I told you, hey, you're fine. Like, calm down. Life goes on. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want to listen to that, then that's your problem. So I was just like, not my responsibility anymore. So I just peaced out, and I haven't talked to him ever since. I don't know if he's still psycho. Pretty sure he still is, but yeah, that's my story time for you guys. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already, because I put out new videos every single week. Please be careful when you're dealing with situations like this. Please make sure to at least let a friend know what you're doing and what's going on in your relationship if you have something similar to this going on, if you have a controlling boyfriend, if, you know, things get a little too serious and they get a little too sketchy and too dark, please let someone know, inform them, let them know what's going on. Because if something goes wrong and you go missing, or, you know, shit takes the wrong turn, because sometimes that could happen. It's a possibility. It could happen. It could happen to me, and I'm so thankful that it didn't happen. But please make sure to let someone know so that they can help you and that they can have more information and have your back if anything goes wrong. So yeah, just please be very careful, guys, and I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.